everyone, Coach Craig here, and welcome to Sulit Mo. You're worth it. So, what do you want out of life? Now, this is a question we all ask ourselves, but so many of us struggle to find the answers. And when we do find the answers, we have no idea how to achieve them. A survey of 13 to 17-year-olds done by Junior Achievement actually states that 91% of teenagers know what their dream job is, which is amazing news until we see another statistic. This one is from data compiled from the Bureau of Labor Statistics, which said that 53% of young Americans give up on their dreams. Now, that is a really large percentage. Why do we give up on our dreams so fast? Well, there are a variety of reasons, but they really all just boil down to one thing. We have really unrealistic goals for ourselves. However, according to a study done by the University of Scranton, 92% of people do not achieve their goals. So what's holding us back? Well, many reasons actually. In fact, we all have our own different reasons for not achieving our goals. But here are some of the most common ones. That we are stuck in a negative mindset, we're living in the comfort zone, we make excuses, and we are not specific in our goals. So as I said before, there are many reasons, but in reality, most, if not all of them, will fall into those four categories. So what can we do? Don't worry, Coach Craig is here to walk you through it. Let's get started. All right, so the first one is just being stuck in our own negative mindset. This one is really difficult. We've spent our whole lives living from the outside in, when in reality, in order to truly be happy and fulfilled and have a positive mindset, we need to start living from the inside out. Changing our mindset is a lot of work. You see, from the day we are born, we are being conditioned. We are conditioned to know what is right or wrong, good or bad, what we can do and what we cannot do. This conditioning sets the tone for our mindset for the rest of our lives. So many of us grow up being bullied, being told that we cannot achieve certain dreams, or being told that we're not good enough. What did this do to us? It programmed and conditioned our brain to believe those things as fact. It caused us to have a dislike for ourselves, and it gave us limited beliefs of what we can do with our lives. If you ever found yourself wanting to do something new in your life, but found yourself saying things that start with, I can't, I shouldn't, I won't be able to, or it's not possible, well, that's your conditioning talking. Reprogramming our brains from this lifelong conditioning is the first way to show ourselves kindness and true love. We need to turn the tables and recondition ourselves to live from the inside out, which changes our mindset and helps us take control of what happens to us. Yes, life events will always happen, but what if, instead of letting them happen to us and reacting to them with our negative thoughts, we take control of what we want the outcome to be through love and positivity? How much better could your life be? How much happier could you be? And the next one is living in the comfort zone. So as human beings, we love to be comfortable. It helps us feel safe and secure. But safety and security should not come at a price of our happiness. Following your dreams means stepping out of your comfort zone. This can cause us to feel uncomfortable and want us to give up. We've tricked ourselves into being comfortable to just respond to whatever life throws at us. If something happens, we just react to the situation. It seems logical, right? It seems like that's what we're supposed to do. But if we spend our entire lives just reacting to the things that life throws at us, we get stuck in a cycle. We end up just being complacent with life and outside factors guiding our lives that we lose sight of our true dreams and our own happiness and our own love of self. We end up feeling this sense of unfulfillment because we're letting life happen to us instead of taking control of our own life. But by doing this, it can make us feel really uncomfortable. Sometimes those outside factors are really hard to cope with, especially if it means that following your dreams and being your true self will cause division in any of your relationships. Family and friend relationships are an external factor that often become a deal breaker for us in achieving our dreams and our passions and our goals. Family and friends mean so much to us, and their input is so important that it sometimes becomes a deciding factor for everything that we do. The only reason someone has opinions about what you are doing is because your passions do not align with their values. And again, that's okay. We all have different passions and values. But when it comes down to it, what they think has no bearing on your life and whether you should be fulfilled or not. That is only up to you. You see, when we make the change to live your life from the inside out, it doesn't just affect you, but those closest to you as well. It's a change, and change generally makes people very uncomfortable. But you need to ask yourself, whose life is it anyway? And the next one, we all make excuses. I mean, honestly, there's nothing to say about this one. We all make excuses for our actions or our lack of action. Things like financial ability, mental abilities, physical abilities, and other outside factors all stop people from achieving their goals. But those are all excuses. Those all come from our limited beliefs. Each one of those issues can be overcome if you truly want to achieve your goals. Setting realistic goals can help. But honestly, until you're ready to become accountable for your own life and stop making excuses, no amount of goal setting will ever help you. This goes back to changing your negative mindset. Those phrases that start with I can't, I'm not able, I won't, and so on are all phrases that come from our conditioning. And remember, achieving our goals, dreams, and passions is all about reconditioning and turning those phrases into I can, I will, and I got this. You can do anything you want in life if you only change those limited beliefs about yourself. Our problem as human beings is that we mistake not knowing how to do something as not being able to do something. We are able. We have the ability to do anything that we want. So really the question is, how bad do you want it? And the last one, we are not specific in our goals. So this is so common. We create a goal and we cannot achieve it because the goal's just too broad. For example, let's take a goal of, we'll use I will quit smoking. It's a great thing to want to do, but that's a terrible goal. Why? Because it's just way too broad. Sure, you want to quit smoking, but you give no indication as to how you will quit smoking. You give yourself nowhere to start. For most people, quitting cold turkey is just unrealistic. So how are you going to do it? Without a plan, you're gonna fail at your goal. So what I tell clients to use are SMART goals. SMART goals can be used for any kind of goal setting. SMART stands for specific, measurable, achievable, realistic, and timely. So let's go through each of those parts together. Your goal must be very specific. Your goal may be to quit smoking, but that's too broad. Include how you want to quit and what steps you will take. Your goal must be measurable. Think about how you can measure your progress for your goal. Some physical type of measurement. For achievable, make sure your goal is something that you can stick to. Make it something that you truly desire and are passionate about. Phrase it in a way that will make it hard to make excuses not to achieve it. Also, make sure this is a realistic goal, like quitting smoking cold turkey. Although many people have been able to do it, it is also not very realistic for others. Do not make it too hard. Often people set too high of expectations, which then causes them to give up. Remember, even a small accomplishment is still an accomplishment. And last, your goals should include a specific time frame. Will it take you 1 week to achieve your goal? 2 weeks? If your goal is taking more than 2 months, then break it down even smaller into shorter goals. Anything longer than 2 months and we lose interest or start making excuses. We have to be able to see results of our goals before that. So instead of setting the goal, I want to quit smoking, change it to a SMART goal, like I will quit smoking within 60 days by reducing the amount I smoke by 3 cigarettes per day until I am down to 0. At which time I will use a nicotine replacement product as needed. You see how specific and timely that is? And it's measurable. So, how smart are your goals? And those are the top 4 reasons people give up on their dreams, passions, and goals. Now that you know, start changing your negative thoughts holding you back. It's not easy, and oftentimes people struggle to keep themselves accountable. But that's where working with a life coach, such as myself, becomes really useful. We can help you stay accountable. We can help you identify those limited beliefs, and we can even help you create those SMART goals and keep you on track. Hey, thank you everyone for joining. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe buttons. This is Coach Craig reminding you, Sulit Mo, you're worth it. I love you all. Peace.